professionals wanted $25K to paint my GTO. I didn't have that kind of money in my budget, so I decided to paint it myself right here in my own garage. How much did it cost me to paint my GTO? Well, stick around. I'm going to give you all the details. $25,000. That's what professionals wanted to paint my GTO. I don't know about you, but I don't have that kind of money to dedicate towards paint job on a car that I'm doing restoration on myself. So I made the decision to paint the car myself right here in this very workshop. No professional equipment, no professional paint booth, just pure determination of will. Because of the numerous comments I received from my GTO painting video that asked me about costs, what it cost me to do my DIY paint job, I decided to take and make this video. And I'm going to take and cover everything that I spent to do this paint job. I kept receipts throughout the entire restoration process to include the paint process, so I have all of that detailed information, and I'm going to share it with you in this video. So without really further ado, let's get busy and let's talk numbers. First, let's talk about the materials that I purchased to do this job. And forgive me, but I'm going to reference my notes here because I don't have all of these numbers committed to memory. The first thing I decided to do was I wanted to take and build a paint booth here inside of my workshop. And if you watch the painting video, you'll see it. There are pictures in there where I talked about that and the specifics behind it. I'll put up a couple of screenshots of what the paint booth looks like in this video also. But I wanted to make as clean an environment as possible to do the painting so no dust from the workshop actually got in onto the paint that I was laying down. And I also wanted to keep my shop clean as well and not have dust from the paint, contaminate everything in the workshop. So anyway, here's the breakdown for the materials for my paint booth. I purchased lumber. I used 2x4 studs for the framework of this. They were 2x4 by 8 feet long. I bought 20 of them, and those 20 cost me about $75. I also had some other 2x4s laying around from other projects, so I used those as well. So it would have taken me actually more than the 20 that I purchased to build the framework. But anyways, I purchased 20 studs at $75 for the 20. I bought a roll of plastic sheathing to cover the whole structure. That was $115. I bought 4 20-inch box fans for ventilation. Those box fans cost me $112. I also bought a big box of HVAC filters to filter the air, and that was $71. And then I bought lights for the interior of the booth to give me better lighting. And those lights, there were 2 light fixtures. They were 48 inches long, and they had 4 LED tubes in each one of them, and they were $122. So grand total that I spent for my paint booth was $495. Now let's take and talk about the tools that I purchased. Most of the tools and equipment that I purchased for this job I bought from Harbor Freight. I did buy some things online, usually through Amazon, but from other parts supply places as well. The respirator that you see there is a Harbor Freight item. I also bought a big box of 3M dust masks also. And then I purchased, I think it was either a 2-pack or a 3-pack of coveralls, essentially painting coveralls. They were very inexpensive, but all the PPE together totaled about $90 for the respirator and the rest of the PPE. One of the greatest things that I bought that I really liked were these paint can lids that had built-in mixing mechanism on them. In this can of paint right here, this one right here is actually the base coat. And I painted the thing in 2004, so we're 2024. And so here now 2026, it's been probably about 18 months, and this thing seals up so well that the paint inside of there, which there's not much in there, but it's still liquid. So those things work really, really great. I bought 2 of those. and they cost me together, the pair of them cost me 36 bucks. I bought this holder for my spray gun. That was $28. I also bought, had to buy the regulator and this desiccant filter separately. And the regulator and the desiccant filters, I bought several of those. They all totaled $43. I bought a bunch of different sanding blocks. You can see there's some long boards, some shorter blocks, and then these little memory blocks right here. Those were really great. And all of those totaled $90. And then the last, but certainly not least, is this HVLP spray gun. And it's a good spray gun. It really did a fine job. I only paid $80 for it. Okay, now let's talk about the expensive stuff, the primer and the paint. I used PPG products for all the primer and paint work, and all the other associated things that go with it. The base coat, which is right there, I actually ended up purchasing 5 quarts. I purchased the gallon first, but because I had to do a redo on the body, I actually screwed the body up initially, and I had to sand it completely down and redo it, so I had to buy an additional quart of paint to take and fix that screw up. But the base coat itself was $660.94, and again, that was for 5 quarts. The clear, the VOC production clear, was $294.52. The hardener for the clear was $164.50. I had to buy some reducer, which is in that can back there. That was $124.09. The urethane sealer was the urethane sealer was $72.05. The high build primer was $171.66, and that included a quart of self-etching primer. I had 3 different panels on the car, which was new sheet metal, and so I needed some self-etching primer. So that was the 2 of those together, was $171.66. And then the hardener was $98.84. There were also some other things that are rolled up in these costs too that you'll see detailed later on, things like tack cloths and masking tape and mixing cans and filters and cleaners and all that kind of stuff, but that will all be included in the spreadsheet. As promised, I'm going to put up a screenshot right now of the spreadsheet that details everything that we just kind of summarized and reviewed. And you can see from the numbers on that spreadsheet that the total for everything comes to $2,690.77. I may have missed a couple of items that I actually didn't account for in this particular video, but they were small items that I didn't probably keep receipts for. But anyways, I'm curious to know, is that nearly $2,700? Is that somewhere in the ballpark of what you thought it might have cost me to take and do this restoration, or was it way different than what you thought? I'd be interested to know. Leave me a comment in the comments section. My DIY paint video, I received several comments that asked me how many man hours I have invested in my paint job. I really wish I could give you an estimate of the hours. I didn't track them, but I can say with confidence that it was a lot of hours. As you can imagine, most of that time was spent during the prep phase, and I did have more than a few redo hours fixing mistakes that I had made. But since this was a DIY project, the man hours involved are really not relevant in my opinion. If you're running a professional shop, tracking billable hours is very, very important, but it's not really relevant for a hobbyist like myself. My time is free, and I don't have to worry about overhead expenses, salaries, or insurance costs like a professional shop has to. Professional shops are great, and they produce some very nice paint jobs, but the price of their work, while completely justifiable, was simply not in my budget. That's why for me, a DIY paint job made sense. I ended up with a very nice paint job, and I saved a lot of money in the process. You can be the judge. Was my DIY paint job worth the effort and expense? I think the results speak for themselves. And if I ever do another full restoration like this one, I will definitely do the paint myself again. I hope this cost breakdown answers your questions about what my DIY paint job cost. As you can see, materials are not cheap, but quality materials are affordable. And when compared to the $25,000 professional paint quotes I received, a DIY paint job makes sense. At least it did for me. Since we're talking about costs, if you're interested to know what my engine rebuild cost me, please hit that subscribe button, because in my next video, I will give you the details about what it cost me to have my GTO's 389 professionally rebuilt. And that's something you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching.